Fact 1. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Let's kick things off with a creature that's as mysterious as it is intelligent. The octopus. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts? 2 of these hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. But here's the really interesting part. The heart that supplies blood to the body actually stops beating when the octopus swims. This is why these clever creatures prefer to crawl rather than swim. It conserves energy. These fascinating beings also have blue blood, thanks to a copper-rich protein called hemocyanin, which is more efficient than hemoglobin at transporting oxygen in cold and low-oxygen environments. Fact 2. Honey never spoils. Next up, let's talk about something sweet. Honey. This golden nectar isn't just delicious, it's practically immortal. Honey is the only food that doesn't smile. Archaeologists have even found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. But what makes honey so special? It's all in the chemistry. Honey has a very low water content and high acidity, creating an environment where bacteria and microorganisms cannot survive. Additionally, bees add an enzyme called glucose oxidase to the nectar, which helps create hydrogen peroxide, a natural preservative. So if you ever find an old jar of honey in your pantry, don't toss it out. It's still good. Fact 3. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. This next fact might just change the way you see your fruit salad. Believe it or not, bananas are technically berries, while strawberries are not. According to botanical definitions, a berry is a fruit produced from the ovary of a single flower, with seeds embedded in the flesh. Bananas fit this definition perfectly, as do cucumbers, kiwis, and even tomatoes. On the other hand, strawberries develop from a flower with multiple ovaries, which disqualifies them as berries. Instead, strawberries are classified as aggregate fruits because they form from a single flower with many ovaries, each producing a tiny seed on the outside. Mind blown yet? Just wait. There's more to come. Fact: total length becomes astronomical. DNA is coiled so tightly within the nucleus that it fits into spaces less than a micrometer in diameter. This super compact packaging allows your body to store massive amounts of genetic information in an incredibly way. Fact 5. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks are some of the oldest creatures still swimming in our oceans. But did you know that they're actually older than trees? Sharks have been around for about 4 million years, whereas the earliest trees appeared around 350 million years ago. This means sharks have survived 5 mass extinction events, including the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Their ancient lineage makes them one of the most successful species in the history of life on Earth. The secret to their survival? Evolution. Sharks have adapted to a wide range of environments and have developed some of the most advanced sensory systems in the animal kingdom, allowing them to detect prey from miles away. Fact 6. The Eiffel Tower can grow over 60 inches during summer. Next, we're heading to Paris for a towering fact. The Eiffel Tower, one of the most iconic structures in the world, actually grows in the summer, thanks to thermal expansion. The iron in the tower expands when it heats up, causing the entire structure to grow by as much as 6 inches. As temperatures rise, the metal expands and the tower can gain height. Conversely, in the winter, the metal contracts and the tower shrinks back down. This phenomenon isn't unique to the Eiffel Tower. It happens to all metal structures to some degree, but it's particularly noticeable in such a large monument. Fact 7. You're more likely to be killed by a coconut than a shark. Sharks might seem like the ultimate ocean predator, but you're actually more likely to be killed by a falling coconut than a shark. Each year, about 150 people die from being hit by falling coconuts, whereas shark attacks result in fewer than 10 fatalities annually. This surprising statistic highlights how our perceptions of danger can often be skewed by media and movies. The real danger lies not in the water, but overhead, particularly if you're lounging under a coconut tree in the tropics. So next time you're on vacation, keep an eye on those coconuts. Fact 8. Hot water freezes faster than cold water. It sounds counterintuitive, but under certain conditions, hot water can freeze faster than cold water. This phenomenon is known as the Mpemba effect, named after a Tanzanian student who first observed it in 1963. Scientists are still debating the exact cause, but one theory is that hot water evaporates more quickly, reducing the volume that needs to be frozen. Another explanation involves the behavior of water molecules and the formation of hydrogen bonds. Whatever the reason, this paradoxical effect has been observed in various experiments, making it one of the most intriguing mysteries in physics. Fact 9. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Venus is often called Earth's sister planet, but it's a world of extremes. One of the most surprising facts about Venus is that a single day on the planet is longer than a year. Venus has an extremely slow rotation, taking about 243 Earth days to complete one full spin on its axis. However, it takes only about 225 Earth days for Venus to complete one orbit around the Sun. This means that a day on Venus, one full rotation, is longer than a Venusian year, one full orbit around the Sun. If you were standing on Venus, you'd see the Sun rise and set only once during the entire Venusian year. Fact 10. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Australia is home to some of the world's most unique animals, but wombats might just take the cake for the strangest fact yet. These adorable marsupials produce poop that is cube-shaped. Wombats have incredibly long and slow digestive processes, taking up to 14 days to digest their food. This slow digestion allows for maximum absorption of nutrients, but it also means their poop is very dry and firm. As the poop passes through the intestines, it forms into distinct cubes, which helps it stack neatly in piles. Wombats use these piles to mark their territory, and the cube shape prevents the poop from rolling away. Fact 11. Butterflies taste with their feet. Butterflies are not just beautiful, they're also fascinating in how they experience the world. Did you know that butterflies taste with their feet? When a butterfly lands on a plant, sensors on its feet, known as chemoreceptors, detect the chemical composition of the plant. This allows the butterfly to determine whether the plant is suitable for laying eggs or for feeding. If the plant passes the taste test, the butterfly may decide to stick around and lay its eggs there. This unique adaptation is crucial for their survival, as it helps ensure that their larvae will have the right food source when they hatch. Fact 12. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Flamingos are known for their vibrant pink color and graceful synchronized movements. But did you know that a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance? It's a fitting name for such a striking bird. Flamingos get their pink color from the carotenoid pigment in their diet, which comes from algae and crustaceans. These social birds often live in large colonies, and their synchronized movements make them one of the most mesmerizing sights in nature. Fact 13. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes. Wars often drag on for years or even decades, but the shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. This was the Anglo-Zanzibar War, fought on August 27, 1896, between the United Kingdom and the Sultanate of Zanzibar. The conflict was triggered when Sultan Khalid bin Bargash refused to step down after the death of his predecessor. The British, who had considerable influence in the region, issued an ultimatum, but the Sultan ignored it. At 9:02 a.m., the British launched an attack, and by 9:40 a.m., the Sultan's forces had surrendered. The war was over almost as soon as it began, leaving around 500 casualties on the Zanzibar side. and one wounded British sailor. Fact 14. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths are famous for their slow movements. But here's something you might not know. They can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Fact 15. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. You've probably heard the popular myth that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. However, this isn't true. While the Great Wall is incredibly long, it's also very narrow and made from materials that blend into the natural landscape. Astronauts have confirmed that the wall is not visible to the naked eye from low Earth orbit. In fact, many other man-made structures, like city lights, highways, and even airports, are more visible from space than the Great Wall. The myth likely persists because the wall's length is so impressive, over 30,000 miles. Fact 16. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Look up at the night sky, and you might see thousands of stars. But the true number is almost incomprehensible. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on all the Earth's beaches. Scientists estimate there are around 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe, each containing hundreds of billions of stars. That adds up to roughly 10 to 24 stars, a septillion. To put that in perspective, if you were to count all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth, you'd still come up short compared to the number of stars. This mind-boggling fact really puts into perspective just how vast our universe truly is. Fact 17. The human nose can detect trillions of scents. Our sense of smell is more powerful than we often realize. Recent studies suggest that the human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. This incredible ability comes from the roughly 4 olfactory receptors in our noses, which can combine in various ways to create a vast array of smells. Interestingly, scent is also closely linked to memory, which is why certain smells can instantly transport us back to a specific moment in time. This vast olfactory capacity helps us navigate the world, from detecting dangers like smoke or spoiled food to enjoying the aroma of flowers and freshly baked bread. Fact 18. Cats have fewer toes on their back paws. Here's a feline fact that might surprise you. Cats have fewer toes on their back paws than on their front paws. Most cats have 5 toes on each of their front paws, but only 4 on each of their back paws, for a total of 4 toes. This unique trait is thought to help with balance and movement. The extra toes on the front paws provide more traction and help cats grip surfaces, while the fewer toes on the back make them more efficient jumpers and runners. This asymmetry is just one of the many fascinating adaptations that make cats such skilled hunters and graceful animals. Fact 19. The longest word in the English language. The English language is full of long and complicated words, but do you know the longest one? It's pneumono ultramicroscopic silicov alkanoconiosis, a word that refers to a type of lung disease caused by inhaling very fine silicate or quartz dust. This word is often cited as the longest in major dictionaries and was actually coined to serve as a curiosity. While it's unlikely you'll ever need to use it in everyday conversation, it's a fun challenge to try and pronounce. Despite its length, the word is still a valid entry in Scrabble, though good luck finding a board big enough to play it. Fact 20. A blue whale's heart is the size of a car. Blue whales are the largest animals ever to have lived on Earth, and everything about them is massive, including their hearts. A blue whale's heart can weigh as much as 1,300 pounds and is roughly the size of a small car. This enormous heart pumps around 230 liters of blood with each beat, and the whale's arteries are so large that a human could theoretically crawl through them. Despite their size, blue whales are gentle giants, feeding primarily on tiny krill. Their immense hearts are just one part of what makes these creatures so Awe-inspiring. Fact 21. The hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. The Earth has seen some extreme temperatures, but the hottest temperature ever recorded on the planet was 134 degF, 56.7 degC, in Furnace Creek Ranch, Death Valley, California, on July 10, 1913. Death Valley is one of the hottest places on Earth due to its low elevation and the surrounding mountains that trap heat. This record-breaking temperature stands as a testament to the extreme conditions that can occur in Earth's deserts. Despite the scorching temperatures, Death Valley is home to a surprising variety of life, including plants, animals, and even human settlements. Fact 22. Cows have best friends. Cows are often seen as simple farm animals, but they have complex social lives that might surprise you. Research has shown that cows form close bonds with specific individuals in their herd, and these best friends spend a lot of time together. When separated from their best friends, cows can become stressed and exhibit signs of anxiety. This social bonding is similar to what we see in other intelligent animals, like elephants and dolphins. Understanding the social dynamics of cows can help improve their welfare in farming environments, ensuring they lead happier, healthier lives. Fact 23. The largest snowflake ever recorded. Snowflakes are delicate and intricate, but did you know that the largest snowflake ever recorded was 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick? This colossal snowflake was observed in Fort Keogh, Montana, during a snowstorm in January 1887. While most snowflakes are much smaller, typically around 0.1 to 0.2 inches in diameter, this giant flake was an extraordinary example of how nature can sometimes create extremes. The size of snowflakes depends on various factors, including temperature and humidity, but one this large is truly a rare phenomenon. Fact 24. You share 60% of your DNA with bananas. Humans might seem worlds apart from bananas, but at the genetic level, we share about 60% of our DNA with this fruit. This surprising fact highlights the common genetic building blocks shared by all living organisms. While this doesn't mean we're part banana, it does show that many of the basic biological processes, such as cell structure and function, are remarkably similar across different forms of life. This shared DNA is a testament to the interconnectedness of life on Earth and how all living things are part of the same evolutionary tree. Fact 25. The world's oldest piece of chewing gum. Chewing gum has been a favorite pastime for centuries, but the world's oldest piece of chewing gum is over 9,000 years old. Archaeologists discovered this ancient gum in Finland, and it was made from birch bark tar, which was used by prehistoric people for its antiseptic properties. The gum even contained teeth marks, giving us a direct connection to the person who chewed it thousands of years ago. This discovery provides insight into the daily lives of ancient humans and shows that some habits, like chewing gum, have been around for a very long time. Fact 26. The shortest commercial flight in the world. The shortest commercial flight in the world takes place between two islands in Scotland's Orkney Islands, Westray and Papa Westray. Covering a distance of just 1.7 miles, the flight takes only about 90 seconds to complete. Operated by Logan Air, this brief journey is a vital link for the island's residents, offering quick access to essential services. Despite its short duration, the flight is a unique experience for passengers and serves as a reminder of how air travel connects even the most remote corners of the world. Fact 27. The Mona Lisa has no eyebrows. The Mona Lisa, one of the most famous paintings in the world, has a curious feature. She has no eyebrows. This isn't because Leonardo da Vinci forgot to paint them. It's believed that over time, the eyebrows faded or were removed during cleaning. Additionally, in Da Vinci's era, it was fashionable for women to pluck or shave their eyebrows, so the lack of them may have been intentional. This mysterious detail adds to the enigmatic quality of the painting, which continues to captivate viewers more than 5 years after its creation. Fact 28. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping. Sea otters are among the ocean's most adorable creatures, and their behavior only adds to their charm. Sea otters hold hands while sleeping to prevent drifting apart. This behavior, called rafting, helps keep groups of otters together as they rest. They also wrap themselves in kelp to anchor themselves in place. These strong social bonds reflect the importance of community and togetherness in the animal kingdom, a heartwarming display of connection in the wild. Fact 29. The longest hiccuping spree. Hiccups are often a minor annoyance, but Charles Osborne experienced them as a lifelong challenge. He holds the record for the longest hiccuping spree, which lasted an astonishing 68 years. Osborne began hiccuping in 1922 while weighing a hog before slaughtering it, and the condition persisted until 1990. During this time, he was estimated to have hiccuped over 430 million times. Despite trying countless remedies, the hiccups only stopped a year before his death, making his condition one of the strangest medical mysteries ever recorded. Fact 30. Koalas sleep up to 22 hours a day. Koalas are famously sleepy animals, spending up to 22 hours a day resting. These Australian marsupials have a diet primarily consisting of eucalyptus leaves, which are low in nutrients and require a long digestion process. To conserve energy, koalas sleep most of the time and are only active when eating or climbing trees. This slow-paced lifestyle helps them thrive in their specialized ecological niche, making them some of the most endearing creatures in the animal kingdom. Fact 31. There are more bacteria in your mouth than people on Earth. Your mouth is home to an astonishingly vibrant ecosystem of bacteria. Around 700 species of bacteria inhabit the human mouth, totaling billions of individual microorganisms on your teeth, gums, and tongue. While some bacteria can cause dental problems, many are essential for maintaining oral health. This delicate microbial balance highlights the interconnected nature of our bodies and the microscopic world we live in. Fact 32. The world's deepest postbox. Sending a letter underwater may sound unusual, but in Japan, you can do just that. The world's deepest postbox is located 33 feet, 10 meters, underwater in Susami Bay. Installed in 1999 as a tourist attraction, this fully functional postbox allows divers to write waterproof postcards and mail them. Since its installation, tens of thousands of letters have been sent, making it a popular destination for both tourists and divers. Fact 33. Dolphins have names for each other. Dolphins are highly intelligent animals with remarkable social systems. One fascinating aspect of their communication is that dolphins have names for one another. They use unique whistles, known as signature whistles, to identify and call out to specific individuals, much like humans use names. These whistles are developed early in a dolphin's life and are used throughout their lifetime. This advanced communication demonstrates dolphins' intelligence and the complexity of their social structures. Fact 34. The smallest bone in the human body. The human body contains numerous intricate components, including the tiniest bone, the stapes, also known as the stirrup bone. The stapes is located in the middle ear and measures about 0.1 inches, 2.5 millimeters in length. Despite its small size, this bone plays a critical role in hearing by transmitting sound vibrations from the eardrum to the inner ear. The stapes exemplifies the human body's incredible design and its ability to perform complex functions. Fact 35. The first vending machine dispensed holy water. The concept of vending machines dates back to ancient times, with the first known machine dispensing holy water, invented by Hero of Alexandria in the 1st century AD. This ingenious device operated by accepting a coin, which triggered a lever to release a small amount of holy water. Used in temples, it ensured worshippers received a fair share for rituals. Hero's invention is an early example of how technology has evolved to meet human needs across the centuries. Fact 36. A leap year occurs every 4 years. Leap years occur every 4 years to keep our calendar aligned with Earth's orbit around the Sun. A year is roughly 365.25 days long, so every 4 years, an extra day, February 29th, is added to account for the accumulated extra quarter day. Without this adjustment, our calendar would gradually drift, disrupting seasonal patterns. Fact 37. The world's largest desert is not hot. While deserts are often associated with heat, the world's largest desert, Antarctica, is cold. Deserts are defined by their lack of precipitation, not temperature. Antarctica, with an area of 14.2 million square kilometers, is the driest place on Earth and is home to unique life forms like penguins and seals. Fact 38. Elephants can hear with their feet. Elephants can detect ground vibrations using sensitive cells in their feet. This allows them to sense distant sounds, like the movements of other elephants or approaching danger. This remarkable ability enhances their communication and survival in the wild. Fact 39. The world's oldest hotel has been operating since 705 AD. The Nishiyama Onsen in Keiunkan, in Japan, established in 705 AD, holds the title of the world's oldest hotel. Located in Yamanashi Prefecture, it has been run by the same family for over 50 generations and continues to attract visitors with its historic hot springs and hospitality. Fact 40. Your nose can remember 50,000 different scents. The human nose is a powerful organ, capable of identifying and remembering around 50,000 scents. It contains 400 types of scent receptors, enabling a wide range of olfactory experiences. Who says? Smell is intricately linked to memory and emotion, making it a vital part of human perception. Fact 41. The shortest route between two continents is only 2.4 miles. The Bering Strait, separating Asia, Russia, and North America of Alaska, is just 2.4 miles, 3.8 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. During the last ice age, a land bridge called Beringia connected the two continents, enabling human and animal migration. Fact 42. Sharks can detect a drop of blood from a mile away. Sharks have a highly developed sense of smell that enables them to detect a single drop of blood in the ocean from up to a mile away. This ability helps them locate prey over vast distance, showcasing their role as efficient marine predators. Fact 43. Jellyfish are 95% water. Jellyfish consist of 95% water and lack brains, hearts, or paws. Despite their simplicity, they have existed for over 500 million years and thrive in various marine environments, from coastal waters to the deep sea. Fact 44. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth. The coldest temperature ever recorded was 128.6 degrees Celsius at the Soviet Union's Vostok Station in Antarctica on July 21, 1983. These extreme conditions are due to Antarctica's high altitude, clear skies, and lack of sunlight during winter. Fact 45. The Sun makes up 99.860% of the solar system's mass. The Sun accounts for 99.860% of the total mass in our solar system. Its immense gravity governs the orbits of planets, moons, and other celestial objects, and its energy sustains life on Earth. Fact 46. A snail can sleep for up to 3 years. Some snails can enter a hibernation-like state called estivation, lasting up to 3 years. This adaptation helps them survive harsh conditions like droughts or extreme cold by conserving moisture and energy. Fact 47. The world's largest living structure is the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef, off the coast of Australia, is the largest living structure on Earth. Stretching over 1,400 miles, it is home to a vast array of marine life. Sadly, it is under threat from climate change and pollution, emphasizing the need for conservation. Fact 48. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. New York City's iconic Empire State Building has its own zip code, 118, due to its immense size and the numerous businesses it houses. This highlights its status as a symbol of American innovation. Fact 49. Koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans. Koalas have fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse forensic experts. This trait likely evolved to help them grip and climb trees, demonstrating a fascinating example of a convergent evolution. Fact 50. The world's largest volcano is underwater. Mauna Loa in Hawaii is the world's largest active volcano, with most of it submerged beneath the ocean. Measured from its base on the ocean floor, it is over 1,500 feet, 10,210 meters tall, surpassing the height of Mount Everest. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Did you know that the term Internet was first used in 1974? We all know that the Internet is an essential part of our lives, but the first time the word was mentioned was in 1974. At that time, the term Internet was used to describe a global network of interconnected computer systems. What was then a novelty at the end of the 20th century became a revolutionary technology that changed the world. Today, billions of people are connected online, and the Internet has become not only a communication tool, but also a key platform for business, and education. Can you imagine that on Mercury, a year is shorter than a day? On Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun, time passes in a completely different way than on Earth. A Mercury year, meaning a complete revolution around the Sun, takes only 88 Earth days. However, a day on Mercury, meaning a complete rotation on its axis, takes 176 Earth days. This means that on Mercury, a day is twice as long as a year. Imagine what it would be like to live on a planet where sunrise and sunset are separated by entire months. This incredible fact makes Mercury one of the strangest planets in our solar system. Did you know that scorpions can glow in the dark if exposed to ultraviolet light? Scorpions begin to glow a bright blue-green color due to a substance in their exoskeleton that reacts to ultraviolet light. Scientists still debate why scorpions have this ability. It is possible that it helps them hide from predators or serves as a signal for other scorpions. Whatever the purpose, it is one of the most surprising phenomena of nature. Can you imagine that fungi are closer to animals than to plants? Although it may seem incredible, fungi share a common ancestor with animals that lived more than 1 billion years ago. Unlike plants, fungi are heterotrophs, which means they cannot produce their own food through photosynthesis. Instead, they absorb nutrients from organic matter, just as animals do. This makes fungi a unique life form, situated between the plant and animal kingdoms. Fungi are nature's recyclers, decomposing dead matter and returning nutrients to the environment. There is a tree in Madagascar that walks, the baobab. Madagascar is known for its baobabs, whose roots can move several meters in search of water. Although the tree itself does not move, its root system grows in the direction of moisture sources, crossing vast stretches of land. This unique capacity allows the baobab to survive during periods of drought and become more resistant. In the atmosphere of Saturn, methane converts into carbon, which then crystallizes into diamonds. These diamond droplets can reach several meters in size, and as they fall from great heights, they transform into graphite. So, On Saturn, you can witness a rain of precious stones. At even greater depths and under high pressure, these diamonds turn back into carbon. The mere idea of this phenomenon is impressive and difficult to comprehend. Believe it or not, sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach Earth. The sunlight we see every day actually began its journey from the sun 8 minutes ago. This is because the speed of light is approximately 300,000 kilometers per second, and the distance from the sun to the Earth is about 150 million kilometers. So every time you look at the sun, you are seeing its past. This fascinating time delay is one of the most interesting phenomena in cosmic physics. Would you like to visit the most isolated island in the world? Tristan da Cunha is the largest inhabited island and the most remote in the world. Located in the South Atlantic, it is about 2,400 kilometers from the nearest continent. The island is home to approximately 260 people, most of whom are descendants of British settlers and shipwreck survivors. Tristan da Cunha has no airports, hotels, or restaurants. The only way to get there is by boat. On a 6-day trip from South Africa. What if I told you that your body contains enough iron to make a nail? The human body contains between 3 and 4 grams of this essential mineral. It may not seem like much, but it is enough to make a small nail. Iron plays a crucial role in the body, helping produce hemoglobin, which carries oxygen throughout the body. Without this vital element, many bodily processes could not function. Now that you know this fact, you can impress your friends by saying that you carry a real iron nail inside you. Hard to believe, but polar bears have black skin under their white fur. The fur of a polar bear may appear white, but underneath, their skin is actually black. This is not just a natural curiosity, but an important adaptation that helps polar bears absorb more heat from the sun and stay warm in the freezing Arctic climate. It is like wearing a natural sunsuit that helps them survive in one of the harshest climates on the planet. Sleeping with one eye open, like dolphins and birds, helps them stay vigilant. Some animals, such as dolphins and many birds, have the incredible ability to sleep with one eye open. This phenomenon is called unihemispheric sleep, where one half of the brain sleeps, while the other remains active to monitor the environment. This helps animals stay alert and avoid dangers such as predators. For example, dolphins can sleep while staying on the surface of the water and continue breathing. Birds can rest during flight or while perched on a branch, remaining vigilant. This amazing adaptation shows how nature has developed incredible survival mechanisms under the most challenging conditions. Coca-Cola and its secret ingredients. The name Coca-Cola comes from 2 of its original ingredients, coca leaves and cola nuts, which were used to give the soft drink its characteristic taste and effects. Coca leaves provided a mild stimulant, while cola nuts added caffeine. Today, the exact formula of Coca-Cola remains a closely guarded secret. Despite changes in the recipe, its creation and branding continue to fascinate people around the world. Your odds of winning the lottery are extremely low. How likely do you think it is to win the lottery? Believe it or not, you are more likely to die on your way to buying a lottery ticket than to win the jackpot. Statistically, your chances of winning are so low that you are more likely to suffer an unfortunate accident. This does not mean you should not play, but perhaps it is worth remembering that the real luck lies in simply getting home safely. If you decide to try your luck, be careful. Sometimes, the road to your dream is more dangerous than it seems. Did you know the word laser is an acronym? We are all familiar with the word laser, but it is actually an acronym that stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. This describes a complex process in which energy is focused to create a powerful beam of light. Lasers are used in a wide range of fields, from medicine to scientific research and entertainment. They are an integral part of modern technology, but few people realize that the word laser hides an amazing process behind it. Did you know wild bananas are full of seeds? Most people think of bananas as sweet and mown fruits, but wild bananas are very different. They are full of large seeds, making them difficult to eat. The bananas we enjoy today are the result of human selection, which has made the seeds almost invisible. Without human intervention, bananas would be a completely different fruit and far less pleasant to eat. Did you know the King of Sweden has almost no power? Contrary to popular belief, the King of Sweden is not an active political leader. His role is purely symbolic and limited mainly to ceremonial functions. Sweden is a constitutional monarchy where political power resides in parliament and the prime minister. However, the king plays an important role in the cultural and social life of the country, representing Sweden on the international stage and attending official events. Interestingly, the Swedish royal family is considered one of the most popular and respected in the world, despite their minimal political influence. Believe it or not, octopuses have 3 hearts and 9 brains. Octopuses are not only extraordinarily intelligent, but also have a unique anatomy. They have 3 hearts that pump blue blood and 9 brains, 1 ventral brain and 8 mini brains in each tentacle. These mini brains allow each tentacle to move independently, almost as if they have their own will. Scientists consider octopuses one of the most mysterious creatures on Earth due to their incredible uniqueness. Why did Venice's famous bridge almost sink? The Rialto Bridge, the oldest and most recognizable bridge in Venice, began sinking shortly after its construction in the 18th century. Venice itself is prone to constant flooding, so the bridge has gradually sunk over time. Engineers have performed numerous restoration projects to preserve it, but Venice still faces the threat of collapse. The Rialto Bridge reminds us of the fragility of this magnificent city. It is hard to believe, but the Hercules beetle can lift 850 times its own weight. This incredible insect lives up to its powerful name. The Hercules beetle can lift loads 850 times heavier than its own weight. With such astonishing strength, it is no wonder that this beetle symbolizes nature's impressive achievements in strength. The Hercules beetle is a true powerhouse in the insect world, proving that even the smallest creatures can perform extraordinary feats. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. Despite all its snow and ice, Antarctica is actually the largest desert in the world. The defining characteristic of a desert is low precipitation, and Antarctica receives very little moisture. The average annual precipitation in some parts of the continent is comparable to that of the Sahara. This makes Antarctica a true ice desert, where endless ice fields stretch out instead of dunes of scorching sand. This fact shows that deserts can be both wet and freezing, proving that nature always has surprises in store. What would you think if I told you that space smells like burning meat? It may sound strange, but astronauts who have returned from space claim that the space environment has a characteristic smell reminiscent of burnt meat or metal after welding. This occurs due to complex chemical reactions at the molecular level in a vacuum. While space itself cannot transport odors, the smell becomes noticeable when astronauts return to their spacecraft. Why ostriches can't walk backward? Despite their powerful legs, ostriches have a surprising limitation. They cannot walk backward. Their joints and muscles are designed in a way that prevents reverse movement. However, these birds compensate for this by being excellent runners, capable of reaching speeds of up to 70 km/h, allowing them to escape danger quickly. Giraffe spots are as unique as fingerprints. Giraffes are not only majestic, but also have a remarkable characteristic. Their spot patterns are as unique as human fingerprints. No 2 giraffes have the same pattern. making them truly one of a kind. Besides their aesthetic appeal, these spots help giraffes regulate body temperature and recognize each other within their groups. The next time you see a giraffe, remember that its use are as unique as your fingerprints. Greenland shark, the longest living marine creature in the world. Believe it or not, Greenland sharks can live up to 1,500 years, making them some of the longest living vertebrates on the planet. Scientists have determined their age by studying the lenses of their eyes, which accumulate layers over time, similar to tree rings. Some of these sharks were born before the Renaissance, showcasing how fascinating and little explored the underwater world is. Imagine, the oldest sharks could have been swimming when the first pyramids were being built. Why Mauna Kea is 10 times taller than Everest. Mauna Kea in Hawaii is not just a volcano, but an enormous structure that extends deep below the ocean surface. Its section above water measures over 1,000 meters, but its underwater slopes make its total height over 10,000 meters from base to summit. Although much of it is hidden underwater, Mauna Kea is one of the tallest mountains on Earth. Each cat has a unique nose print. Just as humans have unique fingerprints, cats have their own distinctive nose prints. Each cat's nose has a unique pattern that can be used to identify them, much like fingerprints for humans. This special feature makes every cat's nose entirely unique and adds a touch of individuality to their charm. So if you have a feline friend, know that their nose is as unique as their personality. An infinite chocolate bar. Illusion or reality. The illusion of an infinite chocolate bar is a clever geometric trick that creates the impression that a chocolate bar can regenerate infinitely. This ingenious visual illusion tricks our brain into believing in magical mathematics. Unfortunately, this trick doesn't work with real chocolate bars, but it would be a dream come true if it did. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. This renowned university was founded in the 12th century, long before the Aztecs began building their great empire. In the 14th century, Oxford University has witnessed the rise and fall of entire civilizations and survived numerous historical eras. This centuries-old institution remains a beacon of knowledge and culture, attracting students from around the world. Imagine, when European cities were just starting to develop, Oxford was already a center of learning that has endured wars, border changes, and revolutions. Did you know there is a complex system of canals beneath Amsterdam? In addition to its famous surface canals, Amsterdam has an extensive network of underground canals built as early as the 15th century. This sophisticated sewage system not only keeps the city's canals clean, but also prevents flooding. True to tradition, Amsterdam carries out annual inspections to maintain these ancient canals and keep the city afloat. Blood type O is the most common in the world. Blood type O is the most prevalent globally, with approximately 38% of the population having this blood type. It is not only the most common, but also one of the most valuable for transfusions due to its universal compatibility. Type O blood can be donated to anyone with a positive blood type, making it vital in medical emergencies. If you have type O blood, you possess a very valuable resource that could save many lives. Imagine a shoe as big as a car. In 2015, an Indian shoe company created the world's largest shoe, measuring 6.4 meters long and almost 3 meters high. This gigantic shoe is equivalent to a U-size 2090, made of leather, rubber, and foam. It's hard to imagine anyone wearing it, but it's undoubtedly an impressive feat that broke records. Can you believe Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined? Yes, it's true. Approximately 60% of the planet's freshwater lakes are found in Canada, ranging from small crystal clear ponds to vast lakes like Lake Superior. This abundance makes Canada a paradise for nature lovers, water sports enthusiasts, and fishermen. If you're planning a trip, don't forget to include a visit to one of these breathtaking natural wonders. Why are towers in the desert so tall? In places like the United Arab Emirates, modern towers are built tall, not just for aesthetics, but also to combat heat. At higher altitudes, temperatures are cooler, which helps save on cooling costs. Additionally, tall buildings provide maximum shade to surrounding areas, creating a corridor of coolness in the middle of the desert. This design is an ingenious solution to extreme climates. Can you believe it? Cows have best friends. Cows are not just valuable farm animals, but also highly social creatures with complex emotional lives. They form strong bonds with other cows, and separation from their best friends can cause them stress. They often graze and rest together, communicating through unique vocalizations. These social connections reveal that cows are more than milk producers. They have emotional worlds that deserve recognition. Why do snails bury themselves in the ground? The snails we often see after rain don't bury themselves for fun. This behavior helps them survive extreme conditions. When it's too hot or dry, snails create a special mucus plug to retain moisture and bury themselves to escape harsh weather. This process, called estivation, is like summer hibernation and allows snails to endure dry periods. How would you react if you knew that in Japan, they build paper buildings? In Japan, innovative buildings made from recycled paper are being developed for temporary structures like pavilions and exhibition centers. The paper walls are treated with special substances to make them resistant to rain and fire. This is a prime example of how modern technology enables the construction of eco-friendly buildings that are easy to dismantle and recycle, minimizing environmental impact. Did you know that only 1/10 of an iceberg's mass is visible? When we see an iceberg, it might look like a massive block of ice, but 90% of its volume is hidden underwater. This happens because ice is less dense than seawater, causing most of it to remain submerged. This hidden bulk is why icebergs are so dangerous for ships. Their true size is much larger than what's visible. It's hard to believe, but in the numbers 1 to 1,000, there is no A. It's true. If you count from 1 to 99, the letter A doesn't appear in any of those numbers. It only shows up in the word thousand. This fun observation highlights the quirks of the English language and how unexpected patterns can hide in plain sight. These small details give us a new perspective on the familiar. Messages in bottles can travel for years. Sometimes bottles with messages tossed into the sea float for years before washing ashore. The longest recorded journey of a message in a bottle lasted about 133 years, during which the bottle traveled thousands of miles. These random journeys have inspired countless stories, and even in the digital age, people still send messages this way, hoping to connect with future generations. Why do chickens peck their food on the ground? When chickens find food, they often peck it against the ground. This behavior, called hammering, helps them break food into smaller, easier-to-eat pieces. Their strong beaks act as tools for cracking seeds and other hard foods. Many birds do this, but chickens do it with special enthusiasm, enabling them to extract more nutrients from their meals. The next time you see a chicken pecking, remember, it's using its own kitchen tools. Why do people love to talk about themselves? Studies show that people spend about 6% of their conversation time talking about themselves, but on social media, this percentage rises to 80%. People enjoy sharing their thoughts, experiences, and personal stories, especially in the age of social networks, which provide platforms for self-expression and connection. This fact sheds light on human nature, the innate desire for communication and recognition. Why do cats really purr? We often think cats only purr when they're happy, but they also use purring has a self-healing mechanism. The sound frequency of around 25 Hz helps cats heal bones and tissues more quickly. This biological trait not only relaxes them, but also promotes their health. So when your cat purrs, it's not just showing contentment. It's also taking care of its well-being. Did you know the smallest horse in the world weighs less than a dog? Thumbelina, the world's smallest horse, stands only 43 centimeters tall and weighs 26 kilos. Born in 2001 with a genetic condition called dwarfism. She may be small, but she has a big heart. Thumbelina works as a therapy horse, spreading joy to children and the elderly alike. Why can flamingos stand on one leg for hours? Flamingos tuck one leg under their bodies to conserve energy and maintain body heat. This position also reduces muscle fatigue. Scientists have even discovered that flamingos can sleep while standing on one leg without losing their balance. Can you imagine standing on one leg for hours? These birds are true masters of balance and relaxation. It's hard to believe, but there are trees that walk in the Amazon. A palm tree known as Socratea exorisa, or the walking palm tree, can move small distances over several years to find better growing conditions. Its roots gradually shift, causing the tree to move toward light. While it's not actual walking, this ability makes the palm unique in the plant kingdom. Did you know giraffes hardly sleep? Giraffes are masters of napping. These majestic creatures need only about 1 hour and 9 minutes of sleep per day, and they divide this time into brief moments of rest. This incredible adaptation shows how resourceful nature can be. Imagine how productive humans could be if we only needed 2 hours of sleep a day. Can you imagine eagles symbolizing philosophical power? Eagles often represent strength, determination, and honor. This majestic bird symbolizes control and authority. Its powerful gaze reflects leadership qualities, inspiring people to view the eagle as a symbol of thought and action. Philosophers have used the eagle to illustrate the power of intellect and decisive leadership. The longest earthquake lasted 10 minutes. In 1960, Chile experienced the longest earthquake ever recorded, lasting an incredible 10 minutes. This seismic event, caused by massive geological forces, triggered tsunamis and reshaped the landscape. It profoundly influenced our understanding of tectonic activity and highlighted the dynamic power of our planet. This event reminds us that Earth's surface is in constant motion. Your skin is home to more microbes than there are humans on Earth. The skin microbiome, an ecosystem of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, contains more life than there are people on the planet. While the thought of billions of microbes living on your skin may seem unsettling, they play a crucial role in protecting your body. These microbes help maintain skin health, fight infections, and balance your body's ecosystem. Next time you cleanse, remember that your skin houses an army of snake protectors. The most venomous snake in the world lives in Australia. The inland taipan, also known as the fierce snake, holds the title of the most venomous creature on the planet. Its venom is potent enough to kill more than 100 people with a single bite. Despite its deadly reputation, the inland taipan is a shy and elusive snake that avoids humans. It inhabits remote parts of Australia, where it hunts small mammals with incredible speed and precision. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Thank you for making it this far. See you in the next video.